What is estrogen dominance? Wow, that's the question of the decade because one, it is so prevalent, and two, because you've all heard about it, but you're wondering, what is it really? Well, let me explain. Estrogen dominance is the state of the body when the normal ratio of estrogen to progesterone is either altered by excess estrogen or inadequate progesterone. And you want to address this because estrogen is a potent and potentially dangerous hormone when it's not balanced by adequate progesterone. Listen to the symptoms, and they can be severe. Swollen breasts, fibrocystic breasts, weight gain around the middle and the hips, so common. Loss of libido, depression, bloating, hair loss, aging skin, foggy thinking, headaches, osteoporosis, PMS, hypothyroid, uterine fibroids, heavy bleeding, irregular cycles, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, and gallbladder disease. Now, wow, that's a lot of issues that come out of estrogen dominance. How does estrogen dominance happen? When a woman fails to ovulate, progesterone is not produced. This allows your estrogen to go unopposed the entire month and upsets the normal progesterone-estrogen balance. Now, estrogen dominance can start early. Many young women suffer with tremendously difficult periods, and doctors often give these young teenage girls even more estrogen by prescribing birth control pills to help regulate the frequency and severity of their menstrual cycles. But they're estrogen dominant, and this just makes things worse. Later in life, women develop it not only because they do not ovulate, but due to a stressed liver. Why? Well, did you know the liver is responsible for detoxifying our body, including excess estrogens? When estrogen is not broken down adequately by the liver, high levels will build up in both women and men. Men can have it too. Other causes of estrogen dominance are toxins from the environment, which act as estrogens in the body, and also, another thing, a low fiber diet. Fiber is essential because excess estrogen is excreted in the bowel. When stool remains in the bowel for too long, instead of excreting your estrogen, it's reabsorbed. And if you're menopausal or perimenopausal, you might think, well, you know what? Since I have lower levels of estrogen, I won't be estrogen dominant. But remember, it's the ratio. If you have low estrogen but almost no progesterone, you're still estrogen dominant. You can tell by your symptoms. I've got a handout. It's a 4-pager. It's all the symptoms and descriptions, and also one about the weight gain and estrogen dominance. So you want to know, what can you do to reset your balance? Well, there's 5 easy steps. Number 1, first one, progesterone cream to balance those estrogens. Number 2, you want to increase your fiber intake and get rid of the excess through your stool. If you're constipated, psyllium husk is a great natural help. Number 3, support that liver. The absolute best supplement for this is milk thistle. And number 4, use phytoestrogens like red clover. It will occupy the receptor sites and act as a blocker for those more potent and powerful estrogens. And last, avoid meat and dairy that contains hormones. Animals are fed hormones to fatten them up. Now see why estrogen dominance causes weight gain? It's what farmers use to produce fat cows. Oh no, we don't want that. Okay, a final note, women who've had a hysterectomy. Doctors seem to reason that if you've had a hysterectomy and you no longer have a uterus, you can't get cancer of the uterus. And that's true. Progesterone protects against uterine cancer. But they say no uterus, no need for progesterone. So they continue to prescribe unopposed estrogen. Oh dear. In 1976, that's a long time ago, at a big meeting at the Mayo Clinic, of very prestigious doctors from all over the world concluded a woman should not be given estrogen without progesterone. Yet, this is exactly what some doctors continue to do. So stand up for yourself, ladies, and ask for progesterone, or just get some on your own. You can get it over the counter. If you need help for a brand, email me. Progesterone is your best friend to prevent and reverse estrogen dominance. Email me if you want the symptoms. Remember, I've got the little packets for you. Women helping women here at Better Health Naturally.